What up, what up, what up? World Viral. What? Who's saying what? Was that you?
I don't know. I just like that ad that Elizabeth was in.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, right?
So metal.
She killed it, dude. Music Buzz Live here Wednesday night, dude. Thankful to have everybody that's in the house. My name's Chad. CT in the booth, dude. We got Amanda from Apothecana. Miss Brutiful on the couch.
Yo.
And we're joined by our good friend, Elon Schwartz of Bands for Bands. Welcome, my friend.
What's going on?
How are you tonight?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Killing it,
Fantastic.
dude. Killing it.
Some destroying.
I'm impressed by the Broncos hat. I gotta say, my eye keeps going to it.
I was at Cherry Creek Mall, and like this guy opened up a new hat shop, and he lured me in, and he was like, "Hey, bro, like I'm selling hats for like $900." No, I'm just kidding. It was $30.
Totally, bastard. Totally, yeah.
But you can't not spend like a lot of money if you want a real Broncos hat.
Dude.
So I went ahead and got one.
It's a nice one. It's fat. If you can't tell, it's got the shiny rim, and it's got a really nice blue. Broncos. Go Broncos. Just wanted to say that quick. You are here because of the 2017 Festival of Color.
That's right. Thank you so much for having me, and we're excited about the event, and we'd like to fill you in on the festivities. I got some tickets here, so anyone who's tuning in or wants to call in later, I'm going to go ahead and give away a few pairs of 2017 Festival of Color tickets.
That's so awesome! We got the little flyer up on the screen right now. Exciting stuff. I know that there's a lot of different things that go on in the fashion industry here within Denver. What separates this show from all the other ones that are around?
So the variety, the eclectic kind of variety that we have going on, I think the combination of the people involved, the designers, my partner JAnthony and JAnthony Productions, along with Beautiful Distractions, my company, we've joined forces. We've kind of been doing stuff for a little while now,
right?
More or less at Castleman's before Castleman's demise. Kind of brought him in. Did some smaller fashion shows there with more of the music events, with the music being the headliner.
Right.
Now I think we've kind of turned the tables, and JAnthony had a vision along with kind of what I do in the music and concert industry.
Right.
And so now the fashion more or less is kind of the headliner in this particular show rather than the music. But it's all of it's important. There's nothing that takes the back seat in this show, and I think that's also what makes it special.
I mean, I think you're a rock star at what you do. All of the things that I've heard within the the industry, the little bit of dabbling that I get. I mean, we have friends in elevated models and stuff that represent well, and everything that JAnthony and JAnthony Productions has been getting a really good rock star name within town. So I could totally see you guys bouncing this off together.
And it's one of those things that makes sense because what happens a lot of the time in promotions or concert productions is you get these guys, and everyone kind of has the way they want to do things. With JAnthony and myself, what's nice is we can't step on each other's toes because we kind of have different parts of the industry that we cover.
Yep.
So you get different guys out there like Kevin Larson or whoever. It's hard for promoters to work together, not because we don't like each other. It's just people run with what they want and how they feel they want to do a particular show.
Right.
So not that I don't have love for everyone out there who's watching, but certain promoters and concert production companies can work better together because of that collaboration that more or less heightens the awareness. And I think really that's what we're trying to do, is heighten the awareness of what Colorado has to offer as far as the arts and entertainment. It's not music, it's not fashion, it's not art, it's all of it. And this town is insanely talented.
Blown up.
All that.
Right. And I think when there's a good collaboration amongst two talented folks that have a great vision and they put it together, I can only imagine. Like I'm not much of a fashion guy, but I know I saw the lineup of the bands that you had, and I think you put together a really good lineup. Give them some love.
Definitely. I mean, so it's been an interesting, and so again, I mean, I'm learning as I go too. I mean, one of the things I do is a lot of rock and roll in this town, which I love, but in shows like this, you can do a little bit of everything. We actually started doing a little heavier on the rock stuff in the beginning, and again, JAnthony came in and kind of applied his magic with his fashion and his designers and all that. But with this being more eclectic and a little more colorful, no pun intended, I wanted to hire on musicians that more or less could kind of be appealing to the mass majority.
Right. You don't want to turn the audience off.
Obviously, I can't do that with a death metal band, unfortunately. Right. But no, I'm just kidding. But so we have a new player in town, Zach Maxwell. Mm-hmm. So he's like a one-man show. He does it all, man. He does acoustic. He has
kind of this elaborate stage performance, and it's very interesting, like a John Mayer R&B.
That's
Keith
cool.
Sweat kind of guy. I don't even know how to explain it, but he's all
Sweat.
aboard.
Interesting.
I'm still stuck on the idea of walking to freaking death metal. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Every single time I walk, it's always the same thing. It's like techno or like you know what I mean?
Right.
Like new age, like Vogue.
Yeah. Well, and I think that
love-
something like a John Mayer blend is very appropriate. I know that it looked like from all of the press and the flyers and stuff that you guys are basically trying to get the color de-gray, the season by throwing out colorful music and vibrant.
Who doesn't like color?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't, apparently.
I was gonna say-
I like black and gray, but I did it.
Yeah, we're all-
I got some blue.
I-
Leave me the hell alone, man. I'm colorful as hell. I'm just kidding. So, I mean, and then we have like other musicians, like this really wonderful woman. Her name is Mia. I cannot remember her last name right out of the gate, but she does violin. She's a cello player. She's going to be performing.
Wow,
and we
cool.
have this kind of prodigy playing named Jack Gaffney. He's a piano player. He's a singer. I've had him on some shows before, and I've actually had him play one of my variety shows in front of quite a few metal bands because it was variety. And even the metal bands were giving these guys props because at the end of the day, they're all musicians, and everyone
Right.
understands music. Music speaks to the masses.
Totally.
It doesn't matter if it's acoustic. It doesn't matter if it's heavy. When people understand the music side of it, then it's respected. That's how I am anyway. I can listen to anything, and I like it because it's music. So really, that's what we're trying to do. The other thing that separates us, I feel, is this is the largest fashion show I think Colorado really has to offer. There's over 120 models.
Yeah.
There's 15 to 20 designers. I mean, I can tell you right now that if World Viral is to come down during the pre-performance,
Which we very well might.
there would be about 300 people in the building before the show even started, just on people and production and models and designers and musicians. And so right there alone makes us different because the production is huge, but we're all just your neighbors, man. We're not we're not trying to be Calvin Klein.
Right.
We're not trying to be, raw, Denver raw. We're trying to be who we are, which is really individuals and original in what we are offering. And the last fashion show we did at City Hall brought in over 800 people, and all locals. That's what was beautiful about it.
Right, and that's where this show is as well as City Hall. I like the venue. I think that it's a great one for such an event.
It's a great venue. It's we're still working the magic in there. We're bringing in a light show actually, and Full Color Productions will be doing our light show. Some people may know them. Aaron is running that ship, and he used to be in a band called Scarlight. So you guys probably know Scarlight.
I remember Scarlet.
But he's done some great stuff. He's actually helped Lola Black with some of their lighting, and he's going to be actually doing stuff for THC this Friday.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge show for you.
That'd be a great
Yeah.
show too. But he's coming in. He's going to be doing the follow spot and the full on. We're having him light up the runway, and that's the other thing is the runway 75 feet out rather than 16 or 10.
Right.
We're having those girls out because we want the audience to be part of the feel and the show.
That's cool.
So, of course, properly protected, security, everyone in their places, but
Right.
it separates the overall look, and with live art, and we're gonna make it colorful, and we're learning still, but at the end of the day, I think people are gonna love what we offer at Festival of Color.
What do you
Sounds
think,
great.
ladies? Yes.
I'm gonna go. That sounds amazing.
I was actually looking about doing a call for it with Hell on Heels Legion.
Okay,
in
nice.
Raven Ventura. We were gonna go and check that out.
Very cool.
Well, and that's what's so cool too is, the designers these are award-winning designers.
I saw something in one of your press kits that said there's a biker.
Sean?
It's like a whole.
Sean?
There's like a whole list of different designers from a professional that just went, just graduated, the university for fashion all the way down to a cool biker.
There you go.
Is it Sean? It's Sean.
That would be a question for JAnthony, which
Yeah.
I would like him to
I think
call
he's supposed
in.
to be calling. Has he called yet?
No, I wasn't looking at the phone line.
Right on.
Yeah, you can call now, though. I'll keep an eye on it.
JAnthony, yeah, dude. I saw his thing that another JAnthony production, pretty cool little logo, dude. But I've heard nothing but good things. So
He does a lot of great stuff, and again,
I think that between him and I, what we're trying to do is something a little bit different, a little bit, more organic. And that's just it. Nobody here, none of us are millionaires. We don't have money to throw around like, some of these big, companies like AEG or whoever. And mad props to all those guys. But the thing is, we're organic. We're building organic. These are local, artists and entertainers and people coming together, and of course with local-based and homegrown companies like yourselves.
Grassroots, World Viral, what? No.
Everyone sitting here knows what it is to be an entrepreneur, knows the struggles of it, and but the thing is, if you have a dream, if you have a thought in your brain, I think a lot of time people wake up and they go, shit, I would like to do this, and then they go, that was a horrible idea. But the thing is, if you just go for it, sometimes it's not a bad idea, and you never know what might open up the next door. And I think a lot of what we're about with Festival of Color is don't sit there and hold back, because the next person in line to make it big in this town is simply following what your hopes and dreams might be. And I think, that's where I've been coming from. And I started my business on grassroots, and here I am still going. And so, I'm one of the lucky ones to be able to sit here in front of beautiful people like yourselves,
Hey, I think we got him on the line.
Vance. Uh-oh, JAnthony. Did he just call in?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
We got your buddy Elon here on the couch. We're thankful that you called in. This is JAnthony from JAnthony Productions, the one that's teaming up with Elon for the May 6th event at City Hall. Really, really excited. How are things, Jay?
You know what? As everything's coming together, it's like a puzzle. There's different pieces and parts and shapes and sizes, and no one is greater than the other, and I can see the picture. And I'm really excited to see all of my friends come together to just celebrate life, to celebrate diversity, to stop time together and do the things that we love, that we're passionate about, that we're excited to share in this life until it's over. And so we have the opportunity to just create a day and an environment that's a win-win-win-win, where people who have worked for years, whether it's a hairstylist or a makeup artist or even a photographer or even a girl or a guy whose dream is to be in the fashion and modeling industry. And we're just really excited to be able to be that platform, to be able to say, like Elon mentioned earlier, I was listening to you guys doing it, and Elon, I really appreciate Elon, and he knows my heart. He's heard me. We've spent a lot of times, till we get this thing right, and we just gotta put a little momentum more behind it and pack it out. Last time we filled up City Hall, and we're just really honored that World Viral that would just take the time out of their day, and just share this with us. And so, sincerely appreciate it. And I know I'm just jumping in, but I'm excited to tell you, I've been talking to a lot of people. There's about 300 people involved in the production of this show, and I'm just honored to just be a servant and kind of hold this totem pole up as it all comes together.
That's got to be crazy. That's got to be crazy. It seems like it's going to be such a huge event to not only choreograph, but but to just bring everybody together and make sure that it runs smoothly. Do you got any tricks for anybody out there that's doing that?
Tricks of the trade, huh? They say people may not remember what you said to them, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. And if we can provide an experience, then it goes back to the notion of let your work speak for itself. It's really not magic of what I do. It's about building the small groups and getting people together who just need that person that is influencing them to believe mostly in themselves and just share their passion and bring those different passions together, like I said, the puzzle. And once they come together, then it's going to be amazing. And I'm just going to stand out of the way.
Preach it, brother.
Watch it happen. And I believe that if you put a group of good people together, great things will happen.
Building communities, entertaining the community in a really good way.
I like this guy.
Speaking of good people, I have to ask you, is Sean Schramm on the list for designers?
Sean Schramm is definitely our biker, as well as
Yes, I knew it. I love you so much, Sean.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He's designed a custom dress for me, and I walked for him in a runway. Model with him a lot, actually. Yeah.
There you go.
I love
Small
Sean.
world.
It is.
Small world. And the beauty about our event is that we get to bring new people and old people together.
Yeah.
So, because I believe that it's not even about being the pretty girl. It's not about being the prettiest, because if that were the case, then you don't need to talk to me. My belief is that your network is your net worth.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well said. Yeah,
Very well said. Thank you so much for saying it like that.
Is there anything that I mean, I know I rambled on a bit during my interview, but Mr. JAnthony, was there something that that you would like to elaborate on any more as far as the overall production, the day of the event? What can we share with the people here?
What we want to share is we have some exciting people that are going to be part of our show. Jennifer Costello. One of her dreams, a year ago, she said, I have this crazy dream that I want to have and start my own clothing line. And so we believe that people don't necessarily need wings, they just need a little bit of wind. And so for her, she was just needed wind to just kind of give her that inspiration, that motivation, and she's continued to build a business called Generation Apparel. And so I'm so proud of Jennifer and her team and Sylvia and the group that she's going to have that's going to be opening our show that night, and they're also going to be closing our show. And these are just some beautiful models that she's going to be working with. We also have Andreas Sasaga's Leather and Furs. Sasaga's been doing, he said his last name is Changas or something like that, so I'm going to see if I can say it right, because it's but this man does some amazing work, and he's local, and his love for, he doesn't use patterns, he just follows his heart, and the things that he creates are just out of his mind are just insane. And so he'll be there with us. Denise Renee.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Very, very cool. I know that you got a great puzzle piece, a partner in Elon from Bands for Bands, dude. I know that he's going to represent the music side of things. I know that it seems like it's going to be an awesome event.
And one thing I will elaborate just a little more on with what I love about Beautiful Distractions, JAnthony, is, what I've seen from his models and designers is straight up art, because a lot of people will think of a fashion show as, I want to go see some beautiful women. Well, there's definitely beautiful women there.
Right.
But people are going there for the art of it. I don't even notice the beautiful woman behind what's the art of the design and what's actually hitting that stage, because what's going out there truly is that. And what these designers are doing is, I've seen stuff that can compare up to anything in the freaking, on a national level from these designers that he's worked with. I haven't seen some of these newer people that are brought on, but I will, really seriously congratulate his production company in that, because, it's fashion is art. And I think that's where, you see the most kind of eclectic blend is when the designers are trying to make their dreams come true on the stage. Because at the end of the day, that's what they're really trying to do. And they're making it an art piece and something that someone can remember. So that's what I love about working with his production company. I've seen better, artistic design than any other in town, really.
Totally
awesome.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. And it's really cool to know that, you're working with Sean Schramm at the S&K Clothing, because that means that I'll be seeing you instead of just hearing you.
Well, like I was saying earlier,
I work with them a lot. I absolutely love him.
JAnthony is a name that has become more familiar within in my brain, and that means that he's gotten through a lot of other ones. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We didn't get here overnight. We really believe in being transparent in what we do. We believe that if we can give people the tools and the resources, if I can teach them how to fish, then they're not going to need a manager. They're not going to need an agency. They're not going to need a promoter. What we're doing is just putting a group of good people together so that great things can happen. I want old and new to be blended. Yeah. I want the musicians, because we have these other folks that are involved with us, their responsibility to intertwine all of this movement with the fabrics and the lights and the colors. With Francis Rosas, Kimono Dragon, Sierra Wonderland of Samaria Designs, Dwayne Topping of Topping Designs, and, Sean Schramm of S&K Clothing. Again, here we have two biker dudes that if you were to see them on the street,
Shit.
your
Shout out to
first
Duck.
thought is not, hey, he looks like a designer. No, the opposite. But, they're really one of the kindest people and most gracious couple of guys. And, Dwayne Topping of Topping Designs, and then Sean Schramm of S&K Clothing. Eva Jeswiak of Saunders Customs. She's been doing it for 60 years, and we're bringing her into the Denver community, and she's being received and loved. And Sherry Rivard, another. All of these people are just dreams come true. And then with Mia Herlinger as our violinist.
Yeah, Elon was just talking about that.
I was trying to remember her last name. I apologize. I got the Mia part. I didn't have the last name.
What was the last name again?
Mia Herlinger. Find her on Facebook. That's HERLINGER.
Very
Mia
cool.
Herlinger.
And let's not forget, and I totally forgot, well, I didn't forget, but I didn't mention, I should say, is Tim Houston Project. He'll be on the bill, and a lot of people know him. He's a great old school kind of acoustic and blues and a little bit of rock. But, these guys are such grateful musicians. They've never expected anything except for asked to be on a stage where they could show their music. So I'm thankful to have all these musicians on the stage. It's amazing to be able to
Jack
have
Gaffney. We have Jack Gaffney with us. Did you mention Zach Maxwell and DJ Kane?
Yep, I did mention all of them. Not DJ Kane. DJ Kane, yeah, he's been here before.
Right on.
So you guys know him and stuff. And so Lorenzo Martinez Gomez, they're going to help us with our production side, and Itali Baila with some feathers and some colors and stuff. So again, thank you guys for letting us share our story. Elon will share the link of where you can buy tickets because he's in charge of that part. I'm not good with that part. I'm just good at running and making the noise.
I got some tickets right here, too. So, again, if we can have anyone who's interested, we got a couple pairs to give away. And then, of course, ticketfly.com, May 6th, 18 and up event. You guys are all obviously more than welcome. It's $15. Advance tickets, 20 day of. Of course, all of World Viral can come and enjoy the festivities for nothing.
Dude, JAnthony, Elon,
Nice.
both you guys, I
Thank you
totally
so much.
appreciate you guys bringing the event to us. I know that a lot of our listeners out there, their ears perked. 2017 Festival of Color over at City Hall on May 6th. Make sure that you follow the links that will be listed below here. Thanks for being here,
Thanks
guys.
so much,
That's
man.
for Saturday. Thank you for having us, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
We got Would You Rather next. You want to hang?
Let's do it.
Cool.
Sweet.
Thank you, guys.